Let's have a conversation about stalking and surveillance as it pertains to family, particularly as it pertains to family that you may have went no contact with, or they've huffed and puffed and said they didn't want a relationship with you anymore, or they speak negatively about you behind your back. Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Jones. I'm a licensed therapist. I've been counseling women and men who've experienced abuse, as well as those who have been perpetrators of abuse and other violent crimes. And one of the things I wanted to get on here and talk to you all about on this fine Sunday, happy Sunday to you all, is about, you know, people who have separated from their family. They may be off by themselves, but your family has been toxic, they've been abusive. A lot of times when you come from a family that's toxic and abusive, you are when you leave that family, they don't like the idea that you left. They've never wanted you to be an autonomous individual, a free thinker, a person with your own mind, body, and thoughts. They've always wanted you to be something that they can control. And when they could control you, things were good. But now that you have flew the coop, you've left the nest, and you're on your own, and now they can't believe it. And so what they're going to do is they're going to continue to have this gossip and fodder behind your back. What is he or she doing? Look at them, and look at this, and look at that. But they're also going to be, looking at your social media and any sort of public access points. They may even try to get access to private points, because they're just so desperate for that information and feeling entitled to know what you're doing and who you're doing it with and why you haven't come back and how dare you. And a lot of times when they're doing all this stuff, they're spending all this energy sort of talking about you, watching what you're doing. They may even engage with old friends, or current friends, lovers, spouses, your kids, anybody that they can get their hands on that's close to you or that's next to you or that has access to you. They're going to spend a lot of energy and time trying to do that just because they feel like they have the right to know this information. And meanwhile, that anger, that rage at you not being controlled continues to grow. For whatever reason, they feel like it's easier to do this than it is to come to you and try to be a responsible, accountable adult, and take ownership of their problems and work on creating change. They will stalk you from afar for many years, and continue to smear your name. It's emotional immaturity at its finest. It is the mean cliquish behavior at its finest, and it's very high school. But they spend a lot of time trying to engage with you without directly engaging with you, and still trying to smear people against you. It's not above them to contact any new people that you have in your life either, because again, people like this, they know no boundaries. So, they may ride by your house or have somebody else ride by your house. They could continue to do all of these things to escalate and get access back to you, without directly getting access back to you. And they'll never own up to it. Or if they do own up to, being nosy, snooping, and surveilling, yeah, I did it. So what? What you gonna do? That kind of stuff. You're sort of met with that anger and that resistance. Well, you were doing this and that, had your hot ass all over social, all this sort of, nasty jibber jabber, to try to make you feel bad about, wanting to have peace in your life. And again, they're trying to get you to come back down to their level, and they're never going to own up to their level of dysfunctionality. But, be mindful of family who does this and continues to talk about you. And I say, another reason to be mindful of it is you left for a reason. Never forget why you left.